As the valet unburdened their chauffeur-driven Bentley at the red carpet entrance of London's iconic Royal Albert Hall, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle prepared themselves for what was supposed to be a celebrated return to the embrace of the British entertainment elite. The prestigious Olivier Awards represented the highest honours in the UK's theatrical community, one the formerly beloved red-headed prince and his American actress wife had been giddily looking forward to gracing as rushed guests of honour. However, the moment the sleek limousine's tinted partition lowered and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex emerged into a forest of bright flashbulbs, the jubilant atmosphere swiftly soured with an audible shock wave of boos and jeers raining down from the densely packed crowd. Meghan's beaming smile instantly collapsed into a wavering, uncertain grimace as her husband's chiseled jaw went taut with tension, clearly just as blindsided by the shockingly hostile reception greeting them. "Have some shame, you royal rejects. Go back across the pond, bloody grifters. Stop smearing the monarchy for money, traitors." A deafening chorus of unrestrained anger and insults bombarded the stunned couple from all directions as they attempted to navigate the unprotected red carpet gauntlet. Veins bulged in Harry's reddening forehead while Meghan rapidly blinked away tears of humiliation. The security entourage surrounding the pair moved into DEFCON-level lockdown mode, but there was no controlling the toxic cloud of hatred descending upon the former HRHs from their own former countrymen. Up until this haunting public repudiation, Harry and Meghan had been excitedly visualizing this esteemed gala as their long-awaited rebranding into the highbrow arts patronage they'd been feverishly cultivating. With a Netflix docuseries portraying them as profound cerebral talents and a Spotify podcast roadmap touting invitation-only events like this, the powerfully controversial couple had allowed themselves to dream of reclaiming the prestige they'd abdicated. But instead, the unsuspecting duo found themselves instantly roiling in a cauldron of simmering resentment, the raw fury of a nation who felt deeply betrayed by Harry's naked renunciation of his royal duties and responsibilities. And even worse, the unforgivable sins conducted against the scions of the very monarchy he had disavowed by him and his Hollywood bride through their cutting public statements and multi-million-dollar media deal. A thick torrent of derisive chants cascaded over the bewildered entourage as a volley of objects, stray cups, wadded playbills, even a few errant shoes, were hurled through the air in the couple's direction, narrowly avoiding impacting their flustered forms. Meghan cowered with a trembling hand clutching her reddening cheek as her husband flailed to shield her with his own body from any potential projectiles whizzing by amidst the chaos. "This is a horrific display of violence against women," Meghan gasped to her ashen-faced spouse through gulping sobs. "I can't go through with walking this gauntlet, they're too far gone. Just stay calm and keep moving forward, get your head down." Harry shot back through clenched teeth, propelling her forward as their brute security force formed a phalanx around the withering royal targets. The unrelenting gauntlet of hate only intensified within the incensed throngs lining the velvet-roped arrivals line. Fistfuls of crumpled ephemera and beverage ice rained over the blocked-off area as the disdainful shouts reached decibel levels capable of irreparably damaging eardrums at close range. Affronted theatergoers appeared to be working themselves into an indiscriminate lather, wholly intent on not allowing the scorned couple's arrival until satisfactorily unleashing their pound of abusive flesh. "Your Nefertality reality circus ends here and now. Crawl back into your American bunker hole and never disrespect the crown again. You should have just remained the palace's pretty, silent ornaments." Even the duo's stoic phalanx of bull-necked security bravos visibly flinched and bristled up from the verbal and projectile assaults reaching uncontrollable volumes. Finally, after an arduous gauntlet of psychological brutality and whiplash-inducing aggression spanning nearly a quarter-mile finally deposited them into the refuge of the venue's interior lobby, Harry and Meghan stood bent over and gasping for composure. The Duchess's meticulously tousled hair was now wildly askew and her husband's gaze burned with withering resentment towards the hostile mob they'd miraculously escaped. While shaken staff and guards checked for injuries and hastily tidied the couple's disheveled appearances, a shrill voice pierced through Harry's addled brain. "That loutish crowd has absolutely gone savage out there. Did those pathetic ingrates not receive the compassion and emotional intelligence programming we distributed through our various channels?" Meghan's notorious LA mouthpiece public relations operative, Darren Moore, came stomping up to the couple while stabbing furiously through various screens on his overheated iPhone. The loud-mouthed media lackey had already blustered his way into forging ahead of Harry and Meghan's stymied arrival to secure an interior Aldwych holding space for his clients. Now, more sweaty and rasping consternation displayed the full force of his off-putting intensity, a level of aggression he typically reserved for daily social media browbeatings aimed at shielding his paycheck's meal ticket from any criticism or negativity. This is an absolute disgrace, completely unacceptable on every level. Moore continued to rant unabated while frantically typing away. I warned your Buckingham Book of Manners that this type of security situation risked unfurling out there. But once again, their merry band of aged blue bloods waved off my professional expertise on properly paving the people's perception of you. The publicist wheeled towards the whipping couple with his trademark gape-mouthed look of strenuous befuddlement. We simply must issue a firm stance and debrief statement condemning this outrageous display of targeted harassment you were subjected to. Meghan raised a trembling hand to her mouth in unraveling shock, unable to process the cyclone of turmoil suddenly swirling around them. But her husband's icy exterior remained coiled like a tautly wound viper frozen in its striking stance. The show goes on, for now. After some fortifying drags on a vape pen and customary avocado toast canapés in their holding suite, Harry and Meghan were collectively advised by their entourage of professionalized yes-men to forge on with attending the evening's program they were contractually obligated for. The couple's new PR strategy demanded infiltrating every high society realm available to them, pleading their case for compassion and emotional intelligence to a wider cultural sphere clearly indoctrinated against them. People still require more heart-guided educational programming about validating the myriad lived experiences of marginalized voices, Moore hectored while making final adjustments to his client's presentation. The simplistic unwokeness of those classist hordes assailing you both out there only reinforces the importance and necessity of your galvanizing speeches and events. The embattled pair could only nod in numb resignation while being ushered into the auditorium's VIP entrance, still flanked by a phalanx of personal bodyguards. At least they'd been promised a sustained round of welcoming ovation from the trained theater professionals in attendance and courteous non-interruption during their remarks. Delusional to the very end. The moment Harry and Meghan's names were announced as special surprise honorees by the ceremony's presenters, a voluminous din of jeering and sustained boos thunderously erupted from seemingly every nook and cranny of the cavernous event hall. Derisive hoots and unrestrained insults raining down from all levels and box sections of the iconic venue's immaculately appointed theater seating. Get those disgracing Windsor washouts off the Aristotle stage. Boo this shameless huckster roadshow, not a pity play. You turned your backs on your own family, why should we celebrate you? An orchestra of rum-soaked hecklers raining a dizzying torrent of unrestrained anger down upon the stunned and frozen couple who instinctively recoiled at the shock.